Welcome to After School Reviews. Welcome to After School Reviews. Welcome to After School Reviews. And other stuff besides reviews. Yeah.
Welcome to After School Reviews. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, leave a bell, hit the bell notification, say something down in the comments. Let's go. So, I'm going to show you. I'm in a different spot. Go check the other After School Reviews, areas. So here we have the Ecto-1. This is just the standard Kenner Ecto-1. Now, this is not like the re-release one or the one that's $20 on Walmart right now. No joke. And this one's kind of yellow. But to be honest, this one was white as hell compared to my other one. And this one has, it's all nice, like, right? This isn't scratched up, but it's not green. Mine was green. And then I got this one one Christmas a while later, and I was pretty excited to have two Ectos, because I meant to have an Ecto-1A. So you can see this guy here, just the standard. This one used to look the best because it had doors, and the other one didn't have doors. But I wanted my original one that was terrible, and all green with this, and with a crack in it, and with a yellow, almost green, with no friggin' doors. I had the back door at least, and with a sticker here instead of anywhere else. Scrolling that guy, and fast forward to that same car 10 years later, when I had this idea to kind of do a nice custom work on it. So this is now my Kenner Ecto-1. Both of them I think we got for 20 bucks. This one, again, used to not have. This is actually paper and cardboard for the doors. You probably wouldn't believe that. But yeah, I mean, even on the other side, I didn't paint the dash because I didn't really give a shit. I'm like, who cares? I might even print out or just make a slide to shove in here to just attach. But here's the top of the roof. Not too much going on. A few deep areas I didn't get. I would have wanted to add more color here, but I wanted to keep it kind of simple. And I started with the yellow, and then I kind of lightened it up because the images are kind of a darker orange, a lighter orange. But I kept the yellow on that side just to add a little bit of some zest in there. And the stickers are actually not the same stickers. These are stickers from Walgreens, printed out on like their big sheets. But it is still the wax coating, and I peeled them apart. That way the other part's paper, and I used some Mod Podge matte. You can kind of tell. I mean, this whole thing's matted down. But it's got like a kind of a matte and a little bit of a gloss to it. But here's the front of the car. I didn't want to do black here, and it needs a little touch-ups here and there. But I'm gonna do black lines here. I did or like on these here, and again I kind of let it like black in here. But I think that is a nice contrast already. And I used some reference photos of like this new big statue of a real Ghostbusters one that's supposed to come out, or did. With also images from the show and other people who have done this exact same thing with this vehicle. So it wasn't my idea. I was curious, and I wanted to do an Ecto-1A. It's not fully 1A-ified because it doesn't have all the stupid stickers, or like the Slimer and the triangle, rectangle square thing. But I did do some line work, here and here. You got the wires, just did some random wires. I did different colors to kind of, make it pop and everything. Now let me turn it around so you can kind of see. You got, I didn't even do anything with the tires like the show. And then there's Winston in there. So for hire, and then you got this back here. And you can kind of see that there. And let me actually get, this guy over here looks more accurate. But that's not to the show or anything, but just because, when you've been seeing something for 10 years, you know what it's supposed to look like, and you're just like, well, this is supposed to be white, not this gray sort of thing here. And you can kind of see the back of that there. Even these parts, are kind of weird seeing them. These I'm okay with not being white, that makes sense. Although the whole thing really does, it's weird to see it like this, but the show and everything like that is like this. And then I've painted these fins here, and then I've given it the white line. Now in the show, there is actually kind of a piece of plastic there on the sculpt, but I didn't want to paint that white. And then these are painted red after painting those the gray, and then I painted this. The whole thing was really sun damaged, and now this one looks like the sun damaged one, but that's not the case. This is the good one. This is the clean one, but it looks nasty on camera now. And it also has the good, these are really kind of dark in color, but again, I've added the whole thing there. And side of the car, so let me kind of show you there. I mean, the difference there in the vehicle, and I've done this sort of pattern there. Again, none of this is my idea. This is all stolen, but you can. I mean, that's kind of a nice occurrence. Front of the car, if you want to see a nice again, the front of the car and see what it looks like. Difference. You know, one definitely looks like the show. One looks like just a model prototype. But this is what we all know. You know, I wasn't in 1986, but I've had this damn car for 10 years, and I've been a Ghostbuster fan for, well, probably 15. I remember being age 6, so pretty accurate. And again, these are just paper doors. So if you don't have an Ecto, you know, you have an original Ecto that doesn't have doors, you know. And I kind of wanted, because I had one of those figures I bought from Hasbro Pulse, was the Winston figure. And you can check that. I don't even know if it's probably one of my videos. But what I didn't like about it was that I always thought that I read like the Ghostbusters book, like the Return of the Ghostbusters, you know, that one book with this, you know, kind of similar to the movie, I'll be honest with you. But I mean, not really, but like the cover. And I swear it had like Winston be like the main guy as a Ghostbuster. And I always thought Winston, because he got so much no screen time, that he would be the Ghostbuster. So I took the Plasma Series Old Age Afterlife Winston, and I gave him this. You know, I feel like they would, in their real life, they would have had a show after Ghostbusters 2. They would have had the real Ghostbusters, and he'd have been like, you know what, I'm going to still be a Ghostbuster, but make it appeal to the kids, and make it my uniform fit the show in the way I look in the show. So I kind of did this sort of look. This isn't fully done, but I gave him his uniform, and I think even next to the Ecto, he's not too out of scale. But he's got all the, you know, the nice details and everything. And usually don't have name tags. But again, he's the movie version sliced up with this. So he's got all these details and everything to him that I kind of took some liberties to. And rather than, you know, give this the black instead of the green. And then the blue and these, you know, need more details. So I looked to the, you know, gave him the hands rather than the gloves, right? So... You know, a lot of the Mattel figures had the hands rather than gloves, so that also was kind of a callback to that. I actually wanted to do that to the Mattel versions, paint all them in this, but because I had this guy, and I was like, well, screw it, this is the one that makes the most sense, and I thought about maybe making a custom 4-pack box of the other Ghostbusters and throwing them in there with Gozer, and sort of having my own custom boxes, because I'm really down for sort of making custom things. Obviously, if you can't tell, I customized this figure, you know, this Winston Zedmore, to look like the real Ghostbusters. And then again, there's his real Ghostbusters. Actually, you can tell that one's this, you know, the real one, because it's all the sun damage. That's not a Walmart re-release. And you know, I think that this thing is beautiful. All in all. So if you guys, even at Walmart, you can get one of these for 20 bucks on Walmart's online right now. And you'll get even the top door. You'll get real doors. So you can kind of do the door handle that needs to be painted. You know, and you'll get actual better stickers. You won't get the Ghostbusters 1A, but I wanted to make, I always thought, going back, no cuts, just one part of the video, that the real Ghostbusters obviously influenced the Ghostbusters 2. So I wanted to sort of have that impact, right? And so I thought Ecto-1A in the real Ghostbusters. But then I found out that doesn't exist. And again, this isn't super 1A-ish. I mean, it has Call Us on it. It says the real Ghostbusters. I almost didn't want to put that up there, but I was like, no, that looks good. I mean, next to each other, you know, that, you know what I mean? That is, you know, we're ready to believe you. And for some reason, when I printed this out, I only had one of these. So I actually had to cut this one in half and just stick that there, and then shove the other one. And I wasn't going to paint those on because I was like, oh, I can do paint work, but it is a bitch to do. Even up here, those are supposed to be black and red, or black and like dark orange in Ghostbusters 2. But I went ahead and I stuck kind of with my gut, and I almost made a custom little like cardboard piece to kind of stick up here for the "We're Back" as the sign. But I ultimately went ahead and just said, screw it. I want to keep it kind of original as the show was and as the toy line was. And, you know, again, I think it looks really good. You got Winston in there. That's just so fun. It's so fun. You know, you can open the back door. You know, all that good stuff. I mean, again, these vehicles. Sorry, Winston. Gotta move you. This one over here, again, is the better one, but it's missing. You can, I mean, kind of see that there. That piece is missing. But look at that. I mean, that is a nice contrast to the vehicle. Again, that one looks like the nasty one now. That is amazing to me. So this is just all done with those shitty Walmart, like 98-cent paints, you know, but nonetheless. And then I've done black borders and everything. But you know what I mean? I think that if you're down and tempted, definitely do it. And then if you have any of the real Ghostbusters figures, you know, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire really did kind of impact me. Not fully back into Ghostbusters mode. I'm always into that. I'm always into that. And always, gotta be careful here. And always into the kiss mode, as you can see. I'm always in a kiss mood. Always in a kiss mode. So this is just my custom painted real Ghostbusters Kenner, Ecto-1. And I think that it looks beautiful. And if you're tempted, you know, you find one of these Ecto-1s at Walmart, I think you should go ahead and just pick it up and paint it. Or, as I plug in my camera, you can keep it the way it is. It's not buzzing, which is like a worry. As this one is, right? You can keep it as you remember. But I also kind of wanted to have an Ecto-1 that kind of fits Winston, because I started on Winston and then I thought, well, you know, I kind of want something more. And I wanted to do the Mattel versions, but doing the Mattel and the hair and that the sculpt would get all screwy, and then painting the packs, 4 of them, I said no. You know, this car within itself was a big project, and so I decided to just do this, because I was like, oh, I don't want just an old man Winston. That's like the stupidest thing ever. But I was like, well, you know, Winston in term would be, I could see him so, you know what I mean? It's like real life Dan Aykroyd, although Ernie Hudson is also very Ghostbusters passionate, so I could totally see this being a thing. That if there were the story to take a different way, it would have been Winston wearing the real Ghostbusters uniform, having a pack that looks like the TV show, because, well, why not? Appeal to the kids, you're busting ghosts, you might as well look like how the kids know you, because they don't know what Ghostbusters movies are. Those don't exist in that universe. You know, sort of tweaking things, make things fun. So, you know, that's what I've been having things at. You got to have things that are fun in your life. You know, people be like bashing things, bashing the new Ghostbusters. You know, there's negative things I diss and, you know, like and dislike. I don't have any of those negatives in the first movie. But sure, you know, I mean, there's positives and negatives. But hey, we got a new Ghostbusters movie. We got to see Ray back. We got to see him, you know, trying to do some stuff and endangering kids, really Ray stuff. You know, we got to see Winston and Ray fighting in a hallway. Very Ghostbustery, man. Or at least Ghostbusters 2-ish, you know. So very fun stuff. And I think that this car here, again, if you're tempted, it's not too difficult. I had a heater to sort of aid the curing process of painting. And I think, you know, the line work's good and the paint's good and all that. And I think it's a pretty fun freaking car, dude. So there's my 2 now Ecto-1s, with one sort of being accurate to the show and the other one being accurate to the way it was coming out in 1987. I know probably 1989, not 1986, or at least maybe just the figures, but probably not the Ecto. That was probably later. But thank you guys for watching After School Reviews. And today we were having a look at a custom painted real Ghostbusters Ecto-1A from the real Ghostbusters, even though it's not in there. But the toy is made, but the show, it doesn't have it in there. But, you know, with own liberties, and you know, I might go back and touch this up. But other than that, you know, you get sort of a nice contrast of the vehicles there. So thank you guys for watching, and yeah, go have a good day.